Hello and welcome to my channel. Here we explore areas of our lives where we can and want to live more intentionally. Although I normally only share ideas of how I'm improving my life in hopes that it may inspire others, today I'm diving into the concept of living intentionally and its connection to recent events such as the Target boycott. I will mainly be reading from my notes because I do not want to accidentally leave anything out, so I apologize for that in advance. So, I want to start with what is the definition of intention. The definition of intention states the thing you plan to do or achieve, also an aim or purpose. To me, intentionally living is being intentional, aka having a purpose for the actions that I do. Living intentionally is about making deliberate choices that align with our values and beliefs. It also involves being mindful of how we spend our time, money, and energy. In a world filled with endless options and constant noise, intentional living helps us cut through the clutter and stay true to what matters most to us. So I'm sure you can see where I'm going with this in regards to the Target boycott. Many people are expressing their frustration with Target and decided to take their money elsewhere, just like what happened to Bud Light and what seems to be happening to several other companies. The Target boycott, like many other consumer-driven movements, serves as an example of how intentional living can intersect with our purchasing decisions. When individuals or groups boycott a company, they are exercising their power as consumers to express their disapproval of the company's actions or policies. Living intentionally means taking a closer look at the impact our choices have on the world. When we boycott a company, we are consciously choosing to withhold our support from an organization that conflicts with our values. It's a way of saying, I will not contribute to or enable the practices that I do not agree with. The Target boycott is an example of how intentional living can extend beyond personal choices to collective action. By coming together, individuals who share common concerns can amplify their voices and bring attention to issues that they believe need addressing. Now, I'm not here to say whether these people are right or wrong or what you should or shouldn't do with your money. I think everyone has a right to their opinion and therefore has a right to choose what is best for them. So going further, I'm simply here to have you take a look at both sides of the coin. In 2016, Target changed its bathroom policy, announcing customers and employees could use restrooms and fitting rooms that correspond to their identity. For some, they could care less who used their bathroom. For the LGBTQIA+ community, this may be a big win, but for others, this objected to their grounds of privacy, safety, and religious belief. In regards to living intentionally, this policy may point you in a direction of what side of the coin you lean more towards, but it's not always that easy. Maybe you are a confident female, and it does not intimidate you to have transgender females in your bathroom, but you still might agree that it might make mothers and other small women uncomfortable. The same might be true with a transgender male going into the male's restroom. As most might agree, this doesn't seem like as big of an issue due to males being generally stronger than females. But of course, this still ruffles feathers, and who is going to say it doesn't make an impact on their feelings of safety either? Some are boycotting Target because they do not agree with supporting pride rights. Target has been vocal in support for the LGBTQ+ community, including sponsoring pride events and featuring pride-inclusive advertising campaigns. This has led to boycotts from individuals or groups who hold conservative views or anti-LGBTQ+ views. Some will shop at Target just because they simply agree with supporting the pride community. Others will continue spending their money as they always do, because they don't feel like these efforts have anything to do with them, don't care, or quite simply that people are allowed to express themselves freely. Although for some, supporting the pride community is a very real concern, it seems this wasn't the reason this boycott has become so big. As many know, June has been deemed Pride Month, and it has become more and more accepted and celebrated as the years have gone on. So it comes as no surprise that Target, along with other retailers, are showing their support with displays and merchandise, often right at the front when you walk in. Of course, there will always be some that are just totally against LGBTQ+ support and don't want displays at all for that community. Some were outraged about the tuck-friendly and binding swimsuits, although once again, others could care less as it doesn't affect them. Many parents raised concerns about the messages being put front and center, messages like, I'm so happy that you're queer, and trans people will always exist. Then we have the baby and kids clothing. Some will support it as many kids have family members in the pride community. Others are outraged, stating these messages have no place on kids' clothing. One Twitter account, Gays Against Groomers, takes the stance that our kids are being indoctrinated and groomed with the LGBTQ ideology, stating it is highly inappropriate and disturbing. This seems to be the biggest concern about this whole boycott, targeting children whose brains are not able to think for themselves nor are fully developed. Whether you believe our children are being targeted, indoctrinated, and groomed or not, this is your decision to make. Going further with these concerns, there was also outrage towards a partner of Target's Pride line known as Abprallen. Excuse me for most likely not saying that right, but Abprallen is a gay transgender man who openly worships Satan. His designs include sayings such as Satan respects pronouns, cure transphobia, not trans people, and we belong everywhere. Yet another reason people have become uneasy, upset, or outraged. Because the outlash, Target has made adjustments to their plans, including removing items that seem to be at the center of the most significant confrontational behavior. Prallen's line seems to have been taken away, as I was wanting to read more on him, but could not find the information or locate his products in Target's online catalog. At this point, I do want to state, please do not come attacking me. I am in no way telling you what to believe or how to act. I am simply relaying how this has become controversial in our media today, and because it is, I felt I needed to do my own research before taking sides from the snippets I see on the internet. The Target boycott is an example of how intentional living can extend beyond personal choices to collective action. By coming together, individuals who share common concerns can amplify their voices and bring attention to issues they believe need addressing. In Target's diversity, equity, and inclusion statement, they state that their single purpose is to help all families discover the joy of everyday life. The purpose of our inclusion of, quote, all directly connects to our inclusivity value as a company. We leverage our purpose to champion a more inclusive society that provides a fulfilling place to work and enhances our relationship with our guests, communities, and suppliers. Whether you agree that Target is enhancing their relationship with their guests and communities through this Pride display depends on your personal values and beliefs. Intentional living goes beyond boycotting. It involves engaging in deeper conversations, researching alternative options, and supporting businesses and organizations that align with your values. It is about making informed decisions and taking responsibility on the impact that we have on society. I believe it is essential to verify information, consider different perspectives, and be open to dialogue. It is not about blindly following trends or succumbing to reactionary behavior. It is about making informed decisions that align with your values. The choice of what impact you have is up to you. As we conclude this discussion, let's remember that intentional living is a personal journey. It's not always an easy route, but I believe in doing so, you will be better in alignment with yourself. As always, thanks so much for watching. Although I believe in free speech, this video was not created for anyone to openly degrade others in whom you do not agree with or whom have opposite beliefs as you. If you're going to leave a comment below, I invite you to make it insightful, maybe comment on something you have started being intentional about or are working on. As always, stay intentional, and I'll see you soon. Bye, friends.